In the unforgiving world of mixed martial arts, where resilience and adaptability reign supreme, Dricus Du Plessis stands as a titan of the UFC middleweight division. Known as Stillknocks, this South African powerhouse has carved a path of destruction, blending relentless pressure, technical mastery, and an unbreakable will to dominate the sport's elite. From his humble beginnings in Pretoria to his reign as the undisputed middleweight champion, Du Plessis's journey is a testament to grit, vision, and the pursuit of greatness. With a record defined by jaw-dropping finishes and a style that defies convention, he has transformed from a dreamer into a global icon. Join us as we chronicle his meteoric rise, dissect his unique approach, and explore the legacy of a true MMA warrior poised to redefine the middleweight landscape. Roots of a champion. Born on January 14, 1994, in Pretoria, South Africa, Dricus Du Plessis entered the world during a pivotal moment in his nation's history, the end of apartheid and Nelson Mandela's election as president. His Huguenot ancestors, fleeing religious persecution in France, settled in South Africa, where they turned to winemaking. Yet, the post-apartheid era brought challenges, including rising crime, prompting Du Plessis's family to prioritize his safety. At age 5, he began judo training, planting the seeds for a career that would see him become one of MMA's most formidable talents. South Africa, a nation often divided, finds unity in sports, and Du Plessis's journey reflects this spirit. What began as self-defense evolved into a burning ambition to dominate the global stage. While earning an economics degree from the University of Pretoria, Du Plessis rejected a conventional career, choosing instead the crucible of professional MMA. His commitment to fighting, fueled by an unyielding work ethic, set the stage for a career defined by relentless pursuit and extraordinary achievement. A ferocious start. Du Plessis made his professional debut on July 25, 2013, at EFC 21, facing Shikang Mkwibo. The fight ended in just 78 seconds, with Mkwibo succumbing to a knee injury, granting Du Plessis a technical knockout victory. The win was a glimpse of his raw potential, showcasing a fighter unpolished but devastatingly effective. On September 2nd, at EFC 23, he submitted Bruno Mukalu with a rear-naked choke in the first round, extending his streak to 2 finishes. His third fight, against J.C. Lamprecht on October 10th, tested his endurance. For the first time, Du Plessis went into the third round, grappling with exhaustion and a concussion. "I thought, if he escapes this, I'm done," he later recalled, describing the moment he locked in a rear-naked choke. The victory, born of sheer willpower, revealed a fighter capable of thriving in chaos, a trait that would define his career. In February 2014, at EFC 27, Du Plessis faced Donovan Hawk, a seasoned opponent whose intimidating presence rattled the young fighter. Despite pre-fight nerves, Du Plessis unleashed a barrage of strikes, securing a TKO with 8 seconds left in the first round. At 20, with 4 consecutive finishes, he earned a middleweight title shot against Garrett McClellan at EFC 33. The more experienced McClellan outmaneuvered him, submitting Du Plessis with a guillotine choke in the third round. Notably, Du Plessis never tapped, going out cold, a testament to his unyielding spirit. Refining the craft. The loss to McClellan was a turning point, prompting Du Plessis to refine his skills under the guidance of his coaches. He returned at EFC 37 in February 2015, overwhelming Daryl Daniel with a rear-naked choke in the final moments of round 1. The victory showcased his evolving style, unpredictable striking paired with lethal grappling. In June 2015, Du Plessis made a bold move, dropping to welterweight for EFC 40 against Dino Bagadin. Despite the grueling weight cut, he dominated, landing a devastating knee strike and securing a second-round rear-naked choke. The win proved his versatility across weight classes. Later that year, at EFC 44, he rematched Bruno Mukalu, submitting him again with a rear-naked choke in round 2, further solidifying his dominance. By June 2016, at EFC 50, Du Plessis earned a welterweight title shot against Martin van Staden. The fight was a war of attrition, but Du Plessis's tenacity prevailed as he locked in a guillotine choke in the third round to claim the championship. Returning to middleweight in December, he faced Rafael Paratico at EFC 56, weathering early strikes before submitting his opponent with a guillotine in round 2. Two-division glory. Du Plessis's reign as welterweight champion continued at EFC 59 in May 2017, where he dispatched Mauricio de Rocha Jr. with a first-round TKO. The performance was a statement, showcasing South Africa's rising talent on a global stage. Before leaving EFC, he seized the opportunity to become a two-division champion, facing Yannick Bahati for the middleweight title at EFC 62 in August 2017. Bahati's pre-fight trash talk, including a slap during the face-off, fueled Du Plessis's fire. He responded with a guillotine choke just 90 seconds into the fight, claiming the title and silencing his rival in spectacular fashion. As a free agent, Du Plessis signed with Poland's KSW promotion, debuting at KSW 43 in April 2018 against welterweight champion Roberto Soldic. The bout was a slugfest, with Du Plessis knocking out Soldic in the second round to capture the title. The victory earned a performance bonus and marked him as a global contender. However, a rematch at KSW 45 in October saw Soldic reclaim the belt with a third-round knockout, handing Du Plessis his second career loss. The defeat prompted a pivotal decision to commit fully to middleweight, ending the punishing weight cuts. Resurgence and UFC ascent. Du Plessis bounced back at KSW 50 in September 2019, TKOing Jolton Santos in the second round. Returning to EFC at EFC 83 in December, he defended his middleweight title against Brendan Leeser, finishing the fight in the first round before a roaring hometown crowd. "This is the pinnacle of my career," he told fans, his passion palpable. In October 2020, Du Plessis signed with the UFC, debuting on short notice at UFC Fight Night 179 against Marcus Perez. Unfazed by the last-minute call, he knocked out Perez in the first round, announcing his arrival on the world stage. "They said, 'You're flying out next week,' and I was ready," he later shared, highlighting his fearless mindset. At UFC 264 in July 2021, Du Plessis faced Kevin Holland, securing a second-round knockout with surgical precision. The win propelled him into the spotlight, though he narrowly missed a performance bonus due to the night's competitive finishes. His first decision victory came at UFC 276 against Brad Tavares, a convincing performance that earned him a top 15 ranking. Title contention and championship glory. Du Plessis's ascent continued at UFC 282 in December 2022, where he faced former title challenger Darren Till. Surviving early pressure, he dominated on the ground, submitting Till in the third round to crack the top 10. At UFC 285, he dispatched veteran Derek Brunson in 2 rounds, with Brunson's corner throwing in towel. The TKO victory showcased Du Plessis's growth, blending chaos with composure. The defining moment came at UFC 290 in July 2023 against former champion Robert Whittaker. Du Plessis stunned the MMA world with a second-round TKO, earning a title shot. Facing Sean Strickland at UFC 297 in January 2024, he weathered a tense split decision to claim the middleweight crown, reshaping the division's hierarchy. His first title defense at UFC 305 in August 2024 pitted him against Israel Adesanya, a stylistic masterpiece. Sensing Adesanya's fatigue, Du Plessis executed a rare submission finish in the fourth round, becoming the first to stop the style bender in the octagon. "I felt him break," he said post-fight, cementing his status as a game-changer. Rematch and legacy. With Khamzat Chimaev unavailable, the UFC booked a rematch with Sean Strickland at UFC 312 in early 2025. Du Plessis delivered a masterclass, dismantling Strickland's defense and breaking his nose-on route to a unanimous decision. The victory solidified his reign, proving he could outshine even the division's toughest stylists. At 31, with a record of 22-2 and 20 finishes, Du Plessis is a force of nature. His unpredictable style, blending ferocious striking with elite grappling, makes him a nightmare matchup. The upcoming clash between Nassourdine Imavov and Khamzat Chimaev will likely determine his next challenger, but Du Plessis's focus remains clear: to cement his legacy as the greatest middleweight of all time. The Stillknocks phenomenon. Du Plessis's journey transcends the octagon. He embodies South Africa's spirit, uniting a nation through his triumphs. His mental fortitude, honed by early losses, and his ability to adapt mid-fight set him apart. "I thrive in the chaos," he says, a mantra reflected in his ability to turn adversity into opportunity. As he eyes future challenges, questions abound. Can he dominate the division like Anderson Silva? Will Chimaev or Imavov test his reign? Du Plessis's blend of power, strategy, and heart suggests a champion built for the long haul. Share your thoughts on his journey below and join the conversation about the unstoppable rise of Stillknocks.